Night in the wilderness doesn't just fall. It consumes everything. Every snap of a twig becomes a predator in the imagination. Every shadow holds a question. With his fire dwindling to a faint heartbeat against the oppressive dark, he had to wonder, was this desperate gamble for self-discovery the very thing that would erase him completely? We invite you to listen to the story. It begins not with desperation, but with a deliberate step away from a world he no longer understood. He chose this solitude. He chose this challenge. His journey inward started with a long journey outward, deep into the embrace of the ancient woods. Each step is a conscious shedding of modern life, a severance of the ties that bind us to comfort and noise. The first order of business in a world without walls is to understand the floor beneath your feet. He isn't just walking, he's reading the land, searching for the subtle signs of water, shelter, and sustenance. This is a chess match against nature, and the opening moves are the most critical. With a location chosen, the real work begins. This isn't about conquest, but cooperation. He stands before the silent giants of the forest, not as a destroyer, but as a petitioner asking for resources. Survival demands a toll, paid in sweat and relentless effort. The rhythmic chop of his axe is the first human sound to punctuate this ageless quiet. A moment of rest is not idleness. It's a strategic pause to conserve energy, the most valuable currency in the wild. He moves with a purpose that seems almost instinctual, a man rediscovering a forgotten rhythm. He's not just observing the world around him. He's documenting his own transformation within it. This place demands your full attention, a level of awareness most of us have long since lost. Every journey into the wild is also a journey into the self. He is a stranger here, an intruder in a world with its own ancient rules. Soon, he will need more than just a place to rest. He will need a fortress. A structure begins to take shape, a testament to human ingenuity and the will to impose order on chaos. Each piece of wood is carefully selected, measured, and placed. There is no room for carelessness here. He gazes upon his work, the first tangible proof that he can not only exist out here, but perhaps even thrive. His resources are limited. Every piece of timber is a valuable asset, inventoried with a careful eye. Beyond the tree line lies another critical resource. The lake promises life. With the initial shelter underway, his focus must shift to the most pressing need of all. He returns to the forest floor, the source of all his building materials. His posture speaks of a deep connection to the earth, a respect for the ground that sustains him. Balance is key, a lesson learned quickly when the terrain is unforgiving. This is not destruction. It is a careful harvest. With his prize in hand, he moves back toward his nascent camp. The earth yields its resources, but only to those willing to put in the labor. Each swing of the tool is a calculated expenditure of energy. He cannot afford to waste a single motion. He's building more than a shelter now. He's digging the foundations of a temporary life. What would you do in this situation? Prioritize a simple, fast shelter, or invest this incredible energy for something more permanent from the start. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Each cut is precise, shaping the wild wood to his will. He stands at the edge of the water, a place where two worlds meet. The forest has provided wood. Now he asks the lake for a different kind of bounty. This work is grueling, the constant test of physical endurance. But it is in these moments of toil that the mind becomes clear. He takes a moment to appreciate the silence, a luxury he never knew he was missing. Through his lens, he captures a world untouched by the frantic pace of modern life. Now, the ultimate test of patience begins. He must outwit a creature in its own element. He moves with the slow, deliberate grace of a predator. The forest offers a seat, a place for contemplation while he works. His focus is absolute. All his hope is pinned on the end of a line. Here, time is measured not in minutes and hours, but in the slow drift of the clouds and the ripple of the water. Every resource must be processed, prepared, and stockpiled. Winter is a distant but constant thought. He examines the foundation of his world, ensuring its strength and stability. Every detail matters. A single weakness could compromise the entire structure. Using a simple wedge, he demonstrates a timeless principle of physics. Knowledge is the ultimate survival tool. And so he waits. This is the part of survival that is rarely shown. The long, quiet moments of uncertainty. But his patience will soon be rewarded. The promise of a hot meal becomes a powerful motivator. The earth itself will become his oven, a technique as old as humanity. He sits, listening to the language of the wilderness. Is it loneliness he feels, or is it a profound connection to everything around him? Finally, the reward. A meal earned not with money, but with skill, patience, and sweat. The simple act of preparing food becomes a ritual, a celebration of a small victory against starvation. He uses a modern tool, a reminder that he is a man of two worlds. He has not rejected technology, only its distractions. The knife is perhaps his most important companion, a tool for building, preparing food, and defense. His other tool provides a different kind of security, one he hopes he never has to use. It represents the harsh reality of this place. He is not at the top of the food chain here. The lake provides a path, a way to explore his new domain. Every task requires preparation, a methodical approach that minimizes risk. He surveys his surroundings, always vigilant, always aware. The water is calm, a mirror reflecting the sky and the silent trees. Now, he's no longer just a visitor on the shore. He's part of the ecosystem. The camp is taking shape, a small pocket of humanity in a vast, indifferent wilderness. He prepares for the cold. Nature's beauty is matched only by its unforgiving cruelty. A tarp provides a crucial layer of protection, a shield against the elements. The bright green is a jarring splash of color. In a world of earth tones, a flag marking his territory. He secures his supplies, protecting them from moisture and curious wildlife. With shelter established, his attention returns to the problem of food. This is not a sport. This is the procurement of vital calories. His technique is honed, his cast is smooth. He is in his element. The placid surface of the lake hides a world of life, a pantry waiting to be unlocked. He finds the perfect spot where the water is deep and the fish are likely to gather. Success. The thrill of the catch is primal, a direct connection to our hunter-gatherer ancestors. He doesn't celebrate for long. There is work to be done. He stands before the water, perhaps offering a silent moment of thanks for its gift. He holds his prize aloft. This is more than just a fish. It's a confirmation that he can make it here. It represents another day of life, another day of strength. The vastness of the water serves as a humbling reminder of his own smallness. From his vantage point on the boat, he gains a new perspective on his surroundings. He is not in a rush. He is moving at nature's pace. The fishing rod is an extension of his will, a delicate instrument for a delicate task. It requires sensitivity and a deep understanding of his unseen quarry. The satisfaction is etched on his face. This is the look of a man who has provided for himself. Back at camp, the daily rituals of survival continue. He seems to be speaking to his unseen audience, sharing the lessons he is learning in real time. The shelter is constantly being improved, reinforced against the unpredictable whims of the weather. He sits, content in his small self-made kingdom. With the fish ready for cleaning, the knife comes out once more. There is a stark, unsentimental reality to survival. Life feeds on life. He handles the task with a practiced efficiency. There is no waste here. Every part of the animal will be used, a sign of respect for the life that was taken. His expression is one of intense focus, the concentration of a surgeon. Next, he prepares the skewer, another piece of wood repurposed for his needs. The camp is a hive of constant, quiet activity. It's amazing how quickly one adapts. These unfamiliar tools have become extensions of his own hands. He is a portrait of self-reliance, a man who has found his footing in a world without guardrails. He must always be thinking several steps ahead, planning for his next meal, his next shelter, his next challenge. Even when he is not holding it, the rod is working for him, a silent sentinel in the water. There is a subtle art to feeling the bite, to knowing the precise moment to act. It's a conversation through a thin line, a negotiation with the unseen world below. Again, we see the tool of last resort. Its presence is a sobering reminder of the stakes. Every piece of wood has a potential purpose. Nothing is overlooked. The lake is his grocery store, but it's one that requires immense effort to unlock. He seems at peace here, more comfortable than we have seen him before. Vigilance is a constant state of being. Vigilance is a constant state of being. Complacency is the most dangerous predator of all. He pauses, listening. Has he heard something, or is it just the wind? He holds a piece of his shelter, assessing its quality, its readiness. This solitary life seems to suit him. The forest demands authenticity. It has no patience for masks. More wood is needed for the fire, for the shelter, for tools. The demand is endless. He works with an economy of motion, a skill born of necessity. He navigates the fallen giants of the forest with an agility that speaks of growing confidence. The work is repetitive, but it's in this repetition that a new kind of freedom is found. He must venture further from camp to find suitable materials, expanding his territory. He stands for a moment, a small figure, in a vast landscape. Salvaging wood from a fallen tree is easier than felling a live one, a smart choice that conserves energy. He sits, but he is not idle. He is planning his next move. With his pack on, he is ready to explore, to learn more about his new home. The ground must be cleared, prepared for the next stage of his construction. This is his domain. He knows every tree, every rock, every sound. The lake is the heart of this place, the center around which his entire existence revolves. Transporting the canoe is a monumental effort, but it's a vital tool for fishing and exploration. It's in these quiet moments that the magnitude of his undertaking must truly sink in. He digs with a steady, powerful rhythm, working with the earth, not against it. What is he building? A fire pit, a root cellar, a foundation for something more permanent. This is how civilizations began. With one person, a simple tool, and a determination to reshape their environment. The camp has become a home, a place of relative safety and comfort. His face, weathered by the sun and wind, shows the strain, but also the satisfaction of this life. He has been changed by this place, stripped down to his essential self. He points, not for us, but for himself, marking a tree, noting a landmark, planning his next move. There's a quiet confidence in his gaze now, the look of a man who has been tested and not been found wanting. He carries his world on his back, a modern snail with a synthetic shell. The tent by the water is an idyllic scene, but we know the peace is hard-won. He is the sole inhabitant of a silent green kingdom. The trees stand like silent sentinels, watching his every move. The canoe is his key to the lake's resources, his escape route, his vehicle for discovery. The digging continues. This project is clearly important, requiring days of labor. This is the unseen side of survival, the monotonous, back-breaking labor that makes everything else possible. He has created a significant excavation, a testament to his persistence. What thoughts go through a man's head during such a task? Does the mind wander, or does it achieve a state of pure focus? Now the wood he gathered is being put to use, lining the structure. Each log is fitted with care, a puzzle of his own design. He descends into his creation, a space carved from the earth itself. From inside, he continues to expand, to fortify his subterranean hideout. It's a tremendous amount of work for one person, a display of incredible stamina. He is literally building his world from the ground up. The lake watches, impassive and timeless. It has seen countless seasons, countless creatures. He is just the latest to seek its bounty. He stands on a fallen log, a bridge between the land and the water. And once again, his efforts are rewarded. The lake provides. This direct, tangible connection to his food source is something most of us will never experience. The tools are simple, but in the right hands, they are profoundly effective. He holds life in his hands, and with it, the responsibility to treat it with respect. He secures his line, ready to try his luck again. One can never have too much food. His camp is an organized system. Everything has its place. His tent is pitched on a platform of logs, a clever way to keep it off the damp ground. And now, the element that separates man from beast. Fire yar. He carefully constructs the base, ensuring proper airflow. Fire making is a science. He settles in for the night, the most dangerous time in the wilderness. The fire is his shield, his warmth, his kitchen, and his companion. The smell of wood smoke and cooking fish is the perfume of self-sufficiency. He examines his catch, a perfect specimen. This is his world now, a world of trees, water, and fire. He can finally rest, his body exhausted, but his spirit fulfilled. The flames dance, casting flickering shadows that tell stories on the trees. It is a time for reflection, for processing the day's labor and triumphs. The simple act of sitting is a luxury earned through hard work. Here, there are no distractions, no notifications, no demands on his time. His posture is relaxed. He is no longer an intruder here, he is a resident. The weight he carries is not just in his pack, but in the responsibility for his own existence. His gaze is distant, lost in thought, or perhaps in the flames themselves. The fire pit is the heart of the camp, a center of warmth and light. He seems content in his solitude. Perhaps what he was seeking was not isolation, but connection to something more real. He sharpens a tool. The work is never truly done. This is a life of constant maintenance, of preparing for the moment that has not yet come. He sits on the bare earth, grounded in a way that is impossible on pavement. A cup of something warm is a small but significant comfort, a taste of civilization in the wild. His hat shields him from the elements, a simple but effective piece of gear. His shelter is more than just a tent. It is his sanctuary. Inside, the fire's glow creates a sense of profound safety and peace. What are your thoughts on this? Could you find peace in this level of solitude, or would the isolation be overwhelming? The tent becomes a tiny beacon of life in the immense darkness. He stands by the fire, absorbing its warmth, its life-giving energy. He holds a piece of fire starter, the key to his survival. And here, a surprising link to the world he left behind. A phone. It serves as a camera, a journal, but is it also a temptation? A link back to the noise. At night, the forest transforms into a different world, one filled with unfamiliar sounds and unseen movements. The fire pushes back the darkness, but only so far. He prepares tinder for the morning, always thinking ahead. The fire is a living thing, needing to be fed and tended to. With his knife, he creates fine shavings that will catch a spark easily. A single spark is all it takes to bring light and warmth into the world. The log cabin structure of the fire is designed for a long, slow burn through the night. It is his constant, vigilant guardian. The phone screen is a cold, artificial light in a world of warm, natural firelight. He sits in the fire's glow, a solitary figure contemplating the vastness of the universe above. The darkness is absolute, a thick blanket that muffles sound and sight. The simple act of cooking becomes the main event of the evening. He carefully arranges the coals, creating the perfect temperature for cooking. This is a meal that will replenish his body and his soul. More preparations are underway. The work truly never stops. The fish sizzles over the hot coals, a sound and smell that speaks of pure satisfaction. He waits patiently. Good things come to those who have worked for them. Beyond the circle of light, the wilderness waits. The fire pit is a sacred space, a circle of safety in a dangerous world. The food is simple, unadorned, but it is likely the most delicious meal he has had in years. This is the reward for all the day's labor. The fire burns brightly, a defiant beacon against the night. The embers glow with an intense, mesmerizing heat. In the darkness, the senses are heightened. Every detail is magnified. Nature provides both beauty and camouflage. A handmade cross. Is it a memorial, a marker, or a symbol of faith in this wild cathedral? Life and death are close companions in the wilderness, a stark reminder of the fragility of existence. The knife is always ready, a constant companion in the dark. He stands guard over his camp, the solitary watchman. The fire seems to breathe, inhaling the darkness and exhaling light. In these final moments of the day, a deep sense of peace seems to settle over him. The firelight softens the hard lines on his face, revealing a man at peace with his choices. He is no longer just surviving. He is living deeply and authentically. His silhouette is that of generations of ancestors who sat by fires just like this one. He has found his place in the woods, on a simple log, under the stars. He has become part of the landscape, as natural as the rocks and trees around him. The phone connects him to nothing out here. It is only a tool, its power to distract utterly neutered. He has learned the wilderness's most important lesson. Be present. Be aware. Be alive. He reviews the day's footage, not out of vanity, but to learn, to improve his techniques. It is a modern form of journal keeping, a digital diary of his transformation. The simple comforts mean more out here than any luxury ever could. His knife, clean and sharp, rests nearby, always ready. The tent, the fire, the man. A small island of warmth and life. Cooking his meal is the final act of a successful day. He has created a space where he is not just safe, but comfortable. This is the image of true independence. The process is methodical, unhurried. He has all the time in the world. A warm drink to end the day, a final comfort before sleep. He looks out from his shelter, the master of his small domain. There is a profound satisfaction in drinking from a cup, in a shelter you built, next to a fire you made. Every sip is a victory. The beard is not a fashion statement. It's a practical adaptation, a shield against the elements. The tent is his cocoon, where he will rest and regenerate for the next day's challenges. The fire begins to die down, its energy seeping into the coals. He is not afraid of the coming darkness. He has earned his place here. He is alone, but he is not lonely. The camp stands ready for the morning. Everything is packed away, secured for the night. He makes final adjustments to his shelter, ensuring it will withstand the night. As a new day dawns, he is already looking to the horizon, to the next task. The cycle begins again, the endless, rewarding work of staying alive. He holds the raw material of his world in his hands. He has built a life here, one log at a time. He left the modern world to find himself, and in doing so, found a strength he never knew he possessed. If you enjoyed this story, please like and share this video, and leave a comment with your thoughts. Don't forget to subscribe to the THUY Survival Life channel and hit the notification bell, so you never miss a